tonight's the launch of your new EP. Are you excited to get out there and start playing it?
Yeah, very excited. Yeah, finally to have it finished and be able to get out there and play it for people and yeah, just get it out there.
Alright, so for anyone who hasn't picked it up yet, what can they expect?
It's a bit of a mixture of some louder kind of electric bluesy stuff and then some more kind of soft acoustic ballad stuff, and yeah, it's really kind of an eclectic mix.
Alright, so how did you go about writing the EP?
It happened pretty much writing the songs were from like age 17 up until I think it was like 20 when I was recording it, and it just kind of, yeah, I wrote one of the songs, the last track on it, Winter, when I was 17, and then all the other ones were kind of done around the time of recording.
You worked with a bunch of notable musicians on the EP. Can you tell us about that and how that was?
Yeah, it kind of just happened very organically, which was cool. And the producer, Eric Dabowski, knew Rami Jaffe, who plays keys for the Foo Fighters. And yeah, after we did this song, How, which is the single, he was like, we should send it to him and see if he'd play on it. And we sent it over and like got it back like instantly, and just had crazy awesome organ on, and then got to meet him and play with him and stuff, which was, yeah, really cool.
So you talked about working with Eric J, who has also worked on with Weezer and many other artists. What was that like?
That was really cool. He's like a genius, and like, yeah, we had a lot of common interests and threads, like we love blues music and Jeff Buckley and stuff, which yeah, worked well.
So before recording the EP, a demo of yours topped the Triple J Unearthed charts. Were you expecting that type of reaction?
No, not at all. I hadn't even heard of Triple J Unearthed, and then like I had a friend that had her music on it. She was like, you should put it on there. So I put it on, and then it kind of just happened, and then I started paying a lot more attention to it.
So you've released the video for the single How. What's the reception been like for that?
It's been really good. We did that video in like 2 days, so it was really happy with the way it came out. And the guy who directed it, his name is James Bass. He's like crazy talented, and yeah, everyone seems to have been really positive about it.
Have you had much of a reaction from the EP as a whole yet?
At the moment, it's kind of still getting out there, but like, yeah, it seems to be doing well, and we seem to be getting some radio play, and people seem to say they're enjoying it. So yeah, it's cool.
So you recorded How in just one live take. Was this the case for the rest of the tracks?
No, How was really the only one that was like fully live, and then like we added some overdubs later, but it was all the bass drums and stuff were all live, and then the other ones kind of had a bit more overdubbing, but it was all, in general, I mean, it feels pretty live, but that's the only one that was really full on.
So how would you compare those two kind of methods?
I much prefer doing live recording. Now, since I've done the EP, I've kind of done some more recording, and that stuff was like all live, and it just seems to be way better.
Yeah, you just mentioned the more recording that you've done after the EP. Can you tell us about what you're planning to do with that? Yeah,
hopefully we will be releasing that as pretty much probably an EP towards the end of the year, or if not, definitely a single. But I just kind of, after all this EP madness is over, going to start mixing that stuff. And yeah, I think it's the best stuff to date, so I'm really excited to get it out there.
So are there any plans for like a full length or anything?
Not at the moment. I'm kind of happy just making EPs for the minute, and then a little later, after maybe developing the sound a bit more and experimenting with some stuff, doing a full length.
Alright, so after the launch tonight, what are the plans for the rest of the year?
We've got, tomorrow actually we're going to Sydney to do a gig up there, and then Friday got some interview stuff up there, and then really hopefully just a lot of gigs, a lot of promo for this EP, and then yeah, hopefully another EP by the end of the year.
Oh well, that's all that we have for you today. Thanks for speaking to AMH TV.
Thanks for having me.
Alright.